our same old Lions franchise stream here with Madden 21. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking this out either live or on the stream. Had a blast in episode 1. Really cool. Really fun game. And I'm just pulling up the chat here. So, yeah, week 2. I said I might be back later today to jump into an episode 2, and here we are. Had a productive day. My dog next to me is wiped out. Took her on a really nice little walk down by the water today, and yeah, just excited to just kind of be wrapping up the night here with a second Madden episode. So really tearing into this franchise here, and again, just to kind of recap where you can find some of this stuff that you'll be seeing in this franchise. The slider set I'm using for this is an All-Madden slider set. I really wanted to focus again on Madden here, now that the baseball season is about done, and I've pretty much wrapped up the MLB The Show sliders. So just focusing really primarily on football right now. And so again, those are up on the Operation Sports Madden slider forum. You can find me on Twitter at MikeLowe47, or you can just post right here in the chat, either live or after the stream, and I will get back with any questions that you might have. And if you do have any sort of experiences with these sliders, or Madden 21 in general that you want to share, please do. That's super helpful. It's interesting to read, and it helps others too, especially when we're talking about sliders, making adjustments as we start getting early game patches all the time and stuff like that. That's just going to help out quite a bit there. So again, welcome back, everybody. Episode 2 is going to be the Lions at the Packers. So at least we're getting to play the Packers, early in the season. We don't have to go up there in the snow, although in Madden that's probably a lot of fun. Yeah, but just again, a quick recap from episode 1. The Lions, they at home beat the Bears 24-21. Kind of did our best to make that game get a little bit too close at the end, perhaps, but the Lions had a 10-point lead for a little bit of that game. And were able to establish running the ball. Stafford had a couple touchdown passes to Kenny Galladay, almost had 3. But I had a misread there. And yeah, I mean, just things look really good when we just kind of look at player and team stats. And again, 1 week, very small sample size, but really week 1 is one of the best weeks to kind of look at when you get a single game. I mean, it's very easy to count play totals. It's very easy to see anything that might be kind of outlying like in a really bizarre way, but we didn't see anything, luckily. So you can see Stafford, they're 18th in yardage, 7th in touchdown passes, 9th in rushing yards for DeAndre Swift with 80. Kenny Galladay, huge game, 135 yards, 3rd in the NFL, 2 touchdowns, almost had 3, as I mentioned. Stafford, 14th in the league QB rating. What's interesting, just use Stafford as an example. So when we look at Matthew Stafford, right, and again, it's 1 game. It's a very small sample size. I completely understand that. But one of the things I'm looking to do with the slider set is having the simulated game, or the played games especially. Simulated games I can't control a whole lot. But having the played games match up to what we see in real life. So if we look at now, Stafford played about half the season last year, right? He missed 8 games. And so, but if we look at this, it actually helps us because he had a small sample size last year too. So in 8 games versus the one I played, right? So about 12% is what we're looking at with this. And but look at how close this is. Look at his QB rating, off by 1 point. Look at the long pass, that's obviously a bigger sample size. Completion percentage within 2 percentage points. Yards per attempt, 0.5. 0.5, half of a yard. And again, small sample size. I'm completely aware of that. The yardage was down for this particular game. But again, just really nice job of he played well in this week 1 against a really tough Bears game. I wish we could kind of see like the game breakdown. I'd like to see how he did against. I don't know if he even played the Bears last year. I think they might have played against one of our backups both games. So it was just really cool to see that. As I mentioned, Galladay had a big day. Marvin Jones had a really big catch early on. I think it was in the first half. Really big play on 3rd down that converted a kind of a 3rd and long, I think. So he had 70 yards. And again, we went through these stats on week 1. So if you wanted to see those again, they're at the end of week 1. But I just wanted to call that out. Offensive yards were 18th in the league after 1 week. We are 27th in the league in defensive yards. So there are some problems. It's not all happy times. Points scored 16th, right in the middle of the league. And points allowed 12th. We gave up a lot of yardage to a Bears offense that isn't really known for being like a juggernaut. If you look here, this is ranked from the bottom, right? So 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27. There we are, 27th in most yards allowed. The big chunk of that is that we were also 27th in passing. We had 118 rushing yards against. That was more kind of middle of the league. But they didn't run the ball a whole lot. When they did, they were very successful. So, again, my dog's licking her chops there because, the Packers are probably thinking there's some opportunities to put up some points on the Lions. So we look at weekly awards. We have a Lion here, Jamie Collins, who I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I said, he's a guy I really like. You can really notice a difference this year's Madden when you have a good linebacker versus a bad linebacker. And you can notice in previous Maddens, probably too much. But they've done a nice job of toning down that pass coverage. But Jamie Collins is on the field a lot. 12 tackles, 2 forced fumbles. Both were user forced. And a fumble recovery, which was kind of a funny little moment there if you got to see episode 1. So you can look around some of the others there. Daniel Jones in his second year. That's a nice game for him with 4 touchdown passes. But yeah, that's kind of the goings on around the NFL. When we look at the Packers, they have some really, really good players, but they have some holes too. Of course, you have Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about him. They have a very, very quick back in Aaron Jones, who, hey, the Bears are running on us. There's no reason Aaron Jones can't. Receivers is kind of a one-man show here with Davante Adams. Really, really good receiver. So we're going to make sure we do our best to try and keep Justin Coleman on him, who is our best rated corner. Davante Adams is very, very good receiver. So we're just hoping to kind of keep him in check a little bit. I think these other guys, we can do an okay job. But he's going to need some help, Justin Coleman, in keeping Davante Adams out of the end zone and whatnot. Mercedes Lewis, a nice big tight end for them. They have a pretty solid line. So again, if you just click through, even guys in the 70s aren't bad linemen in Madden. So they have a pretty good line. Their defensive line isn't great. They have some holes, but again, they're usually in a pass defense. But we can try to keep them out of pass defense a little bit by running more like big packages, right? So maybe we can keep like this second defensive tackle. Maybe we can keep these ends that are just kind of so-so. Maybe we can keep them on the field by, not spreading things out too much. We're still going to have Zadarius Smith. Is going to be in the game regardless. You can see middle linebackers, nothing special, and Preston Smith as well. These guys will move to end for the Packers and passing down, so they're going to be on the field either way. So I guess we shouldn't worry too much, but it would certainly give us a little bit more protection if we're able to pass out of, say, like bigger packages. But as I mentioned in episode 1, I'm letting Coach Patricia call a lot of the plays. So he's at least recommending me the 3, and then I kind of go from there with it. So Jair Alexander is their best corner. Beyond that, it's very similar to the Bears. So don't be surprised if this is a similar air attack to what we did against the Bears, where whoever Kyle Fuller's matched up against, we're going to really pick on that other corner, which is what we did with Kenny Galladay. I'm assuming, because unfortunately Madden's not the smartest AI in the world, it's probably going to be the same thing. It's probably going to be Marvin Jones taking the attention of Jair Alexander, and it's probably going to be Kenny Galladay feasting again on one of these two guys. So we'll see. And Amendola. I want to get Amendola a little bit in the mix without forcing it. Darnell Savage. And I mentioned Adrian Amos. I was totally getting my safeties mixed up. He, of course, is now with the Packers. I think I actually mentioned him being on the Bears, but it's Eddie Jackson was the safety that I was referring to in episode 1. If I was mentioning Adrian Amos, I was just getting my former/current Bears safeties confused there. So, but Adrian Amos, really, really good player. Not as good as Eddie Jackson, but yeah, again, they have some skill. We got the running back who's going to be on the field all the time. I mentioned they're going to have the Smith brothers, they call them, at end when they pass rush. But they don't have the linebackers the Bears have. They really don't even have. Kenny Clark is a good player for sure. I guess they probably do have better defensive tackle, a single one. But it's not as scary of a defense. It can still be good. But I think there's a few more holes here that we can exploit potentially than what we did in Week 1 when we played the Bears. So, and we saw those already. Again, I let the coach do the training as I try. This is an owner mode, so I'm letting the coach kind of have a say. Otherwise, what's the point? but he's gone with a short pass, kind of the leveling passes game plan. And for pass defense, cover 2 man. So we're going to be playing perhaps a little bit more man coverage this week, which is okay. I don't think that's a huge problem. Again, if we go and look at our no injuries, by the way, from last week, but if we go look at our depth chart, how can we do against man? One of my corners actually plays better in man. Coleman's the guy that we're going to have pretty much shadowing Davante Adams. So he's actually a good fit for that. He's a little bit better in man coverage with an 86 over an 85. Trufont's a better zone cover. Isn't great in man. But he can do a decent job, especially when he bumps the other receiver. So that's another reason why to keep Coleman on Davante Adams, so that it gives Trufant a better matchup. And then Okudah, again, just not really ready to take over a top spot yet, even though he will play on the outside, as I mentioned in episode 1. He's only got 75 man coverage, so we got to make sure Okudah can hang in there a little bit. As far as our safeties, zone coverage, again, is a strong suit here for Jerron Harmon at 85. Man coverage, not great, so we definitely want to try and keep that cover 2 honest, right? I mean, really keep these guys in a deep zone here. Tracy Walker can go man, 76 rating on both of those, so we'll keep that in mind. We want to make sure that we're keeping Jerron Harmon, who is our free safety here. We want to make sure that we're keeping him at least in the cover 2, as I mentioned. So just confirming, yeah, free safety. So, all right, well, I think it's game time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Lions at Packers. Road game, just very similar. Want to try to establish the run. Dog is wiped out. An active day today. Moving around. Pretty warm today.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Of course, the stream featuring broadcast camera. So, played the whole week 1 in broadcast camera. Doing the same thing this week, All-Madden. The slider details again up on Operation Sports if you want to see those. Ooh, we got some weather today.
We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home.
No slider changes, by the way, week 1 to week 2. Probably going to play at least 4 weeks before I give consideration of that, but not always, though. Some things are pretty obvious.
They too were winners last time out, so something's got to
Technically a battle for the NFC North lead right now. We're both 1-0.
And it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work.
Addition 20 for 29, but three touchdowns.
Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of
Did they not do the coin flip? I don't even know. Who cares? I'm not too worried. But we talked about the game plan already.
13 wins, a trip to the NFC Championship game, and they were led by their quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who led their team to a Super Bowl title after the 2010 season. And many thought that was the first
overall this time.
So precise with the football. 26 touchdown passes last year and just 4
We might as well start with it.
How to get it downfield and still take care of it as well.
Ooh, we got a... Or no, he's good.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Coleman, the corner, slot corner comes in. Using the slot, of course, covering Devontae Adams, but he filled that gap really well.
Numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 20 carries, 91 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. His throw incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff. And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle.
That's player in the week in the NFC last week.
These guys will take that.
Good player.
Speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh, I ran way past him.
Aaron Jones. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 37. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Oh,
got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The give is to Jones.
Huh. They marked him short. Wow.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, so many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching teams
first
have
down
enough
now,
confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run it in with Jones.
Powerful drive there for the Packers.
Into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Danny Amendola on the return. And a good return.
Your usual broadcast cam mentioned in week 1, but I let the kickoffs, I let the AI do the kickoffs, because you can't really see in front of you at all. But the rest of it works really well.
Detroit uniform, quarterback Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford in Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
And a pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. 7 yards, the pick
Here, pass there. Okay, a lot faster than I thought he was going. It's like a blitz going up there. They got 2 guys standing right by each other.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And the hole closes.
That's a nice little animation.
It's maybe a couple up to the 38. Ball carrier.
Oh.
We always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball.
Oh, nice tackle.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down.
Look at the replay. I was probably a little too locked on him. I'm curious if Galladay wasn't like wide open. Hawkinson ran a nice route. Hawkinson was open for the first. Just kind of hoping you catch it and slide underneath the guy. That was a good play.
They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Swift's a little banged up, but he's going to play tomorrow. Sounds like Galladay might not play though.
Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
3rd and 1. That's be a huge stop.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd
Oh, jeez. I
down,
picked the pass.
and he's able to get the first
Yeah,
before
play
he's taken
focus
down
there.
at the 36.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019,
That's to stop Aaron Rodgers.
it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
For a Green Bay.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to get more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that kill.
12 yards there and a first down. First from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Jones.
Ooh, breaking tackle.
About 8 to the 27-yard line.
Rodgers with a handoff.
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That will be a first down pickup of 8.
After that run for a first down.
Got some good momentum going. I mean, touchdown on their opening drive. We went 3 and out. It's about the worst start you can have, minus a turnover.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Good job, Ty.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Oh my gosh.
Adams, touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers add on to their lead.
No, they have 2 touchdowns. We've run 3 plays. Good coverage. Aaron Rodgers quirks say, throwing on the run. He's a hard quarterback to stop. This franchise will be very excited when Rodgers retires. But we're okay. Just gotta start moving the ball. Help our defense out.
And it's good, and they have jumped out to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
All right, let's go. Of course, the weather's still bad in Green Bay. I want to see the AI have a good kick return. They'll have some good ones against you. So, like, come on.
At their own 23-yard line.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play.
Ooh, he's run 4 plays.
14
Not good.
score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Had to run away from that tackle.
Here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
This does look like a Lions game so far. You are right. No slider changes, so it's good to see you're get some variety.
Still 2nd down.
The full start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
It's all going to depend on that safety, though. It's not going to be there. Oh, gosh. What great coverage.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this
see what
case,
that red route is. Who is that?
and knocked it free.
R is going over the middle. Okay. Oh, come on.
Throwing on third down, Stafford.
Oh, what a pick. What the hell was that?
Picked off by Josh Jackson.
Wow. Oh, is that tip? That looked weird. I thought Amendola. Oh, that was just not a good throw. So let's see what happened on this play. I felt like that was at least a decent shot at that play. Galladay, yeah, again, I mean, had some decent coverage. Yeah, he was pretty tight on him, though, yeah. Galladay had a little separation. See, again, sometimes Madden just doesn't do what you think. Like, I tried to lead it. And it's just a good play. He's faster than him, so. Not a good start for the Lions.
You play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job.
Defense really got to help us out here.
Take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT,
gosh.
Rodgers.
11 of 12.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Line of scrimmage, the 31.
Coleman didn't let you try to bump him, I guess. I don't know, man.
At the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up.
And he got subs in on defense. Everyone's so tired.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
33, Aaron.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 3rd and 7.
On third down, Rodgers. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
But the interception, that gives him a 3 points.
After 3 plays, have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Yeah, all right, we're going to start chiseling away here.
Packers 17, Lions nothing.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A reminder, still some good games coming up
15
here.
yards to 176.
Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest.
Ooh,
and then on
shifty
Monday
running.
night, we'll be there.
What's coming back?
Regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las
making this
Vegas
tough.
Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something.
Making this tough.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's
nice.
Down, getting this one up to
Good
about
run.
the 35.
Carry on.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, there's zero doubt
Very nice run.
Like carry on Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Carry on Johnson
what
can
happened
stay on
there?
the field, he could be an awfully productive.
Alright, took too long. I was trying to actually throw it to the slot, but it took too long. And my running back already had the ball.
Even if
So.
he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defensive. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He completes it to Jones.
Just 5 yards.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, in his hands.
The passing
Can't get it going today.
Here early, and now it's fourth down for the Lions.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go first and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Oh, my God.
And all the way down to the 35.
Oh, such a Lions play. This is the same old Lions. And it's the name of the series.
They've tried has worked, and there's another example right there.
That's too. Oh, man.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle.
Weird open there, really open this.
And turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And give him about 3 as he gets it down
But
to the
there's
22-yard
different offense than the Bears.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, it's Jones. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 16. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 1.
On third down, Jones. And he'll have the first
Defense
down.
got so tired.
The 14-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
Brings up second and 4.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's a really smart play today. Have you ever seen Madden make that play? Escape the pocket, throw it out of bounds, not take the sack.
Protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the
That was a hell of a
football.
play.
In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers.
Dude, I mean, come on. 2 times got, Rudy got owned on that. 23-0 already.
And the Packers add 6 to their lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it,
No.
and as a defense,
Not off to a good start this week.
we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, don't make a play. They got pulled on that one.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
So what do you do in this situation, right? I mean, you just don't change a lot. I mean, well, you change things, obviously, but I mean, you don't need to start getting all crazy out of your game plan, start throwing every down. I mean, I'm going to try and run the ball. If we lose, we lose. But I mean, the worst thing I can start doing now is just throwing.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense.
Get one drive put together, though, and start making a little inroads.
Football Change formations,
Dang,
change
guys.
where he lines up, put him in
Nothing
motion.
going on.
Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Galladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019, over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he comes up and gets it.
Dang, man. Let's look at that replay. Just doesn't seem like anything's getting open today. Galladay covered. I mean, again, I always call him Roy Williams. Marvin Jones had a step, but I mean, Hawkinson had more of a step. It's just that ball took so long to get there. It was actually a really good throw. Just gotta get his feet down. I mean, that was the most open guy. And when I threw that, I'm thinking like, oh, there's plenty of room. It's just, and he does, I believe he does have that quirk to tiptoe. And it's not really anything I can replay, so. Oh, man, just so close. But, hey, just not a week today.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
He's trying to just strip the ball.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's toppled the century mark already.
Mostly calling blitzes to try and stop the run. They're, of course, passing in this play.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get
and there's anything they want to do right now. If it's like NCAA football, though, and I think it is, the momentum will reset at halftime. They'll still have an advantage being the home team, but I mean, like stuff like this, and it's just tough when you get like the full. And again, if you remember those games, I do believe Madden has it. I don't think it's as intense as the NCAA one, and toned down over the last 7 years, but or 8 years. But I do think it exists, and I think that right now Green Bay has it maxed out pretty much. So it's kind of like a boxing match, right? I mean, you're kind of just trying to get to the end of the round. I'm trying not to fall down. I mean, I've already fallen down twice. I guess we're trying not to have the technical knockout here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
I mean, look at that. That guy's like a 70-something.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Man, just can't let momentum get away from you.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Contain him to just
brutal.
4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 37.
I'm going to stop these guys here, though.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark.
And it's weird, because like, I can't start just doing the play prediction on pass, because I mean, why wouldn't they run the ball here? They don't need to score again. So it's a really tricky thing, but I think I'm going to start doing pass guess play. Oh, that helps.
Caught by Jones. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Right at the line.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
He just sits there. He's wide open.
They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis.
3 yards. Not even halftime.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This complete to Jones. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Aaron
They
Jones.
couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Rodgers pass.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 2-yard
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down and goal to go.
Only the Titans can.
See, maybe it's not Coach Patricia. Maybe it really is the Lions are cursed. Even in video games. This is so brutal.
Drops it to Jones in the flat.
Oh, man.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
This is like, I feel like a MAC school playing Ohio State right now or something.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Maybe just pick a run up the middle. It's my only hope.
Out of the shotgun,
Yeah, we got to stop.
And this will result in him losing yardage.
Green Bay, you should just call timeout, kick a field goal.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Loss on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd
I switched. Yeah, that play happened really quick.
but it's incomplete. So it's been a long
Alright, I guess that's a victory
for quite
of
a
sorts.
while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this
Oh my God!
Touchdown!
These guys are ruthless.
From 3 yards out, and the Packers continue to roll.
We're gonna remember this, Green Bay.
They really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue.
Oh
to
my
build
gosh.
up their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this
Well,
league.
apparently
They
the
decided to try their
pick
best
field goal works well. Oh, and it's Rick Wagner, the former Lion who got cut. I mean, that is just a slap in the face.
Extra point try now for Crosby.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't know if Coach Patricia's going to say anything at halftime.
In this first half,
I only know if he's going to go in the locker room.
15-play drive in total. And the result, a Green Bay
Guys, Rick Wagner, former Lion, who was cut this offseason, who plays right tackle, mind you, just scored a touchdown against us to make it 31-0. All right, well,
And they'll get him down inside
Yeah.
the 30 to 27.
Danny Amendola on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
DeAndre
28 seconds left. I mean,
his Detroit teammates. You can count his carries on one.
see if we can have everything open up here,
Giving
but
him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel
29
better
yards
about
and
what
6
they're doing when they
completed.
know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Oh,
So far, they're losing here in the
just gonna keep
second
running
quarter. See if
Galladay
they change tunes.
on some deep routes and just see if something opens
No,
up.
scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Jones has it.
Stafford's
The
pass.
Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
3rd down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Push him back. Push him back.
Ooh.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Hit the wrong button on that.
Here's Jack Fox now.
Not that it really matters this game, but
Time today.
thanks.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps
Since they're
to
running
start
here,
the
but
drive after the
just in
penalty. It'll
case.
be
Can't
first
trust
and
this team.
5. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Maybe a good spot to take a shot.
Oh, at least the momentum is up.
So
Back to something a little manageable. Wow. I mean, look at those numbers. Wow.
For our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front.
Yeah, look at Trubisky, just as efficient.
A touchdown reception. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Gardner Minshew has thrown a touchdown
Crazy we
pass.
still see highlights during halftime show. They had highlights in NHL 92,
Check on the Colts at home
NFL
at Lucas Oil
2K5,
Stadium. And they are in a tight one. All time
NBA
with the
2K
visiting Minnesota
has
Vikings.
highlights, NCAA College Hoops 2K8
In
had
our
halftime
game
highlights.
has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back.
They converted like
Number 3.
some pretty nonsense stuff, including that fake field goal, which is absolute. Of course, just you know what.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23 yards.
All right.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
I mean, it gives you, this gives you a chance to kind of work on some stuff.
Number 3. And
No real pressure.
One to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency.
Well, second period, we haven't had the ball.
Maybe calm their whole
It's the first time, by the way, Coach Patricia is calling the game plan of a levels pass. Yes, let's go with it. Doesn't really fit our offense, but we'll try it.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Oops.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup.
I mean, we just try and run it.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
You have like a 73 corner guarding you.
You have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk
He wants to punt it.
You can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his
What's the
hands,
matter?
and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the
In the
return.
rain, doesn't fair catch that.
Possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll throw from the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Do I have to pick one? We're losing 31-0. Can I just? Is there just a walk back to the huddle? R2, walk back to the huddle.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack.
I tried to hurt him.
What took us so long? Because when you get 4 of the
Drive
previous
that shoulder in the ground.
You're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
Oh,
We'll see
man.
now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
To Aaron
We
Jones.
see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're
No one else
people
helps
missing
out.
the open field.
See that play happening.
Big plays for an offense.
Give him
But I mean, I like that. I mean, as I've said in the first episode, even with the win, like our defense had holes, man, for sure. And just we don't have a ton of great players on defense.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Oh, man.
One of the underrated aspects of Devontae Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1
I mean, look at that. It's just so easy.
Receivers in the league. Constantly works on his footwork, constantly works on how he gets away from defenders in order to get open. He's a guy, the number 12.
And, like, I can't make too many adjustments because it's not like Aaron Rodgers can't throw over top of us.
On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice.
They're just rolling again. So much for capturing any momentum.
Remember when Al Lazard came out of Iowa State, many questioned his speed and wondered if he could separate from defenders downfield. He got pressed into action in the middle of last year due to injury for Green Bay.
Oh, I saw that. Slow the linebacker wouldn't react. Oh my god, this is just... I feel like Akron playing Ohio State right now. This is brutal. It's fun though, I mean, I love the challenge. Can't let these games get you down, you know? I mean, number one, it's a video game. I don't care that much. But, yeah, man, it makes you just want to practice and come back next week. Ooh, nice play.
And he'll
take
this one down near the 15. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Somebody get him. Oh my god.
And open, it's St. Brown, he's got it.
Oh wow. I sent him R3. We'll send the nearest defender, and I mean, what am I gonna do? If I didn't send him, he was gonna get it on with his feet. Oh my gosh. Poor Okuda. How would you call these plays? First and, okay, whatever you say, coach.
Converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal.
Jeez, right over my guy's head.
Scambling for the Packers touchdown.
The humbling game today. What's that, checkmate? Yeah, I'm getting whooped.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now. How about the pace is already established?
Yeah, I don't time to headhunt. Yeah, I don't know what happens if I don't pick a celebration. I'm not sure. I just kind of do it because it's quick. Just let's get on with the game. 38. Wow.
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football,
the Packers defense isn't even that good, and we just, I mean, it's not really not the problem. We can't stop their offense at all. It doesn't, I mean, everything's bad today. He's 9 of 9 on that drive, 71 yards, stinks and dunks us to death.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Amendola runs straight into the guys. You can let the do the kick return. It's hard to see on this broadcast camera, but I might as well try him. He's not doing a very good job.
These guys had to punt their last possession.
No, we have 55 yards.
Too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
It was like the first drive of the game.
Gets a base hit and he's on base. They bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm.
Only 3 carries so far for Swift.
Puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
Man, he's not falling forward at all.
Give him 4 on the carry.
Right guard's down now. He's a 63 overall, so I think we'll be okay. He's a decent run blocker, though. And I am excited that we do have offensive linemen getting hurt this year, which is nice.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift.
Hey, that should be a standing ovation. We converted. We have a first down.
They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play.
I mean, there's no. I'm not gonna start chucking balls up. Let's got a little blitz here.
Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on, give us some garbage yards.
And a first down. It seemed like a
Broken ribs. All right, we're in the rookie. I mean, he's a 63, so we'll put in the backup who's a 62. I think we'll be okay.
But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On first down, Stafford here.
Oh, come on. Like, at least throw it towards somebody.
Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
Just throw it towards someone, you know?
A loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson, and he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Yeah, I was trying to catch him. What play do you think Coach wants to run? Any double post?
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay.
Terrible throw.
Incomplete, but there is a
Roughing the passer?
down, so hang on. A big call coming on
Hey,
third down.
alright. Thanks, refs. The first time we've ever called anything for the Lions against Green Bay.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Saw the blitz coming there, but
Maybe a yard, quite the opposite.
oh, they
from
didn't
the
blitz. I thought they
previous
did.
big gainer.
1 yard
Tough
gain.
day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd down, Swift. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
DeAndre Swift.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down.
oh, jeez, yeah.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Was sacked by Marcus Hunt. Tell you what, he did not have much time.
Let's see what happened here. It's important to look at these bad plays too, right? I mean, this is how you get better. It's how you learn. Oh wow! And one of the receivers fell down. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's just blitz right up the middle. I mean, they actually picked it up, but I mean, the problem is they let the defensive lineman sneak through. I mean, no one is even remotely open either, so it would have. Yeah, that was just man. This is not our game. Can we get on the scoreboard though? Come on, Matt Prater, do the MVP into a 7-mile-an-hour wind.
Really quickly, meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
It's like a Super Bowl winning kick.
And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot.
Hey, look at these refs making us up for last year's game in Green Bay that the Lions should have won. I'm never going to accept that.
Right away, we knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Hey, good news is we get to see the draft class after this game.
I do know from experience that when you still
There's something to live for.
doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you
See if we get single coverage. Ooh, we are. Check out Galladay up here.
Still have to be alert for the draws.
What else we got on this photo? Can't focus too much on this one guy.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford.
There you go, baby.
And the Lions have a touchdown.
Finally, get to use the game plan once.
Touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer.
But see, I mean, this sounds silly, guys, but like for real, like as you're playing, even if it's an online league or whatever, and you're getting smoked. I've gotten smoked in online leagues many times. I've smoked, people in online leagues many times. The key is when you're getting smoked, man, like work on stuff. Like, don't let it get the best of you. Don't let it ruin your day. It's a damn video game, first of all. And second, like, those are some of the best ways to learn. You can really just kind of stress-free, try out different plays. They got patch this. It gives you a chance to work out different plays. It gives you a chance to, really play against a good defense because the momentum's really stacked against you and things like that. We're not going to onside kick or anything here. We almost could have. I'm trying a sky kick though.
After the roughing
See if I can
penalty
pin
on
them
the PAT,
deep, but I can just kick these into the end zone. Yeah, geez, really close.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects.
I'm not going to onside kick now. 38-7. That's how you end up giving up 85 points in a week. And just working on stuff. Working on defense.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with
All
a
good.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. But he hits his target. The tackle.
The defense is bad. Defense is really bad.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron
I think it's
Rodgers,
going
you
to
have
keep
to chuckle.
throwing,
His
like
only
for real.
advance offer was a
Just
walk-on
scrubs.
at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Now at Lambeau.
Hey, we tied him in the third quarter.
Blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Again, it's Jones.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
And some space here. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 25-yard
We're going to have, hands down, we're going to be the worst defense in the league after 2 weeks.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this
We're
game,
1-1, or we will be 1-1. Hard to believe. Hard to believe we beat someone.
a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to.
Man, this
It
is
doesn't matter what the
this is
defense
bonkers.
thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
But the crazy thing is, like, it's still playing well. It's like, there's nothing here where I'm like, oh, it's these sliders, med, and stuff. They're just playing like absolute garbage. And they're playing near perfect, so.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there.
It's just, yeah, momentum. Momentum just. It's just gotten carried away this week, so. It'd just be nice to, like, get a stop, maybe?
And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase.
Wow. Wow. Just
Gets him in. Touchdown.
right on in.
Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the
Our touchdown drives are like traversing the Oregon Trail. Like, they take like 6 months. You get dysentery. You have to hunt for your own food. You have to forge rivers. These guys take damn jet planes.
Their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more.
Aren't you gonna like put in your backups or anything in Green Bay? Like, come on. Hey, if we hurt Rodgers, screw him. This is a video game. I would never condone it in real life. But I actually like Aaron Rodgers. He's a fantasy stud for me many, many years. I always played in the league you had to start 2 quarterbacks, actually. It was a 12-team league, you had to start 2 quarterbacks, so there are many teams who didn't have a third quarterback as a backup, because obviously that's impossible. But it was fun, man. Made drafting really, really crazy. So much so, like, I'll get invited to do fantasy leagues. I'm like, you guys have 2 quarterbacks? And they're like, what? No, I'm not interested. Like, it's not challenging. Oh, who should I start? Drew Brees or Phillip Rivers? Oh, boy, that's... What am I going to do? I don't know. Fantasy football became a waste of time for me.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll
Nothing there.
Flushed out right.
I didn't want him to get hit. He's so slow. I was just going to throw it. I thought he could actually get some yards running, but definitely don't want to get him hurt.
In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
God, guys. Just, good grief.
So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Oh, man.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty. And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford
Wow.
to set up the screen, and it's
I mean, get my controller down.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Parker touchdown.
I mean, if you don't think there's momentum in Madden, like, what the hell just happened? He just intercepted a screen pass with 3 dudes around him. What is his catch and traffic rating? He's a 76 overall, by the way.
This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Crosby for the point after. Now this one was over.
I literally called the screen like, yeah, there's no sense in getting injuries or throwing interceptions.
Not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Oh my God. You know, like a mercy rule in the NFL or anything?
Takes this about
This is
5
bonkers.
yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a
This
touchdown.
is bonkers.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake. So
Put the icing on? Are you kidding me? I was looking at the second quarter.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Just, run right to the stand. I don't blame you.
Trying to get it to AP out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, Stafford again.
I'm amazed it wasn't intercepted.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to
Coach, you're not really calling many. A big variety of plays here.
He creates mismatches with his size.
Working on stuff at this
Receivers do the
point.
same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd
Alright,
down.
we didn't intercept it this time. We run out some clock, even though it's probably a holding on us. That actually might be rough in the passer. Yep. Take it.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully.
Pick them apart? Are you kidding me? Intercepted a screen pass on me.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that
Oh,
would
good
be a
base.
face
A
mask.
little sloppy at penalties, but
So that one will be accepted. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get into
Wow.
the end zone.
I wasn't trying to be swagger. I was just trying to truck into the end zone.
From 7 yards away. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner.
Actually, a pretty good run.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch. Still
like the background chatter, the guy just goes, it's a ball game now, buddy.
How rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
I wonder what the worst loss the Lions have ever had.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the
I'll have to check that again. I'm curious.
The
They played a playoff game, I remember, against Philadelphia.
23-yard line.
The Green Bay offense
How
now
fun was it?
ready to take possession here. The outcome of this one.
It was when I was a kid, man, but
Who's going to win it? It's just
it was 51-14 or something they lost. Remember, I think the Lions went up. They were winning 7-0. They scored the first drive of the game, and they absolutely got killed. This is like Randall Cunningham.
I think about being blown out, and no one wants to
Eagles, I think.
memories, but
Pretty sure.
you know, when I was calling college
And they even had like a backup playing. I don't remember. It's ugly. Just run the clock. Come on, man. Or give us the ball. Like, let us play. Share the ball. Oh, look at Jared Davis. Yes.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to
Nice
fill
play.
that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how long.
Well, obviously, that begs the question: what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles. The Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it
Yeah.
around from the first one.
It would just be nice to force a punt. But I'm probably calling a little bit too much man. It's not really a good game plan. I mean, you can see a lot of our guys aren't very good at man coverage. Oh my God, look at this play. I can't believe they call that. Let Rodgers run around.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yards.
153 yards rushing. Oh.
And it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them locking down the game.
Good play call.
Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I think we're done calling man coverage, coach.
5 yards. First down, Green Bay.
10 at the 43-yard line.
They're running the clock now.
Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Aaron Jones.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
Guys.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams.
Oh, it's with their backup running back. Just freaking 6 tackles. Man, the momentum in this game is nuts. But you could almost argue it's realistic, though. I mean, our team's on the bus, man. We've been on the bus since the second quarter. And they're trying to strip the ball out, which I haven't even, I haven't put that instruction in place. Like, I don't care if you strip the ball. Man, let's make the tackle. This game's ridiculous.
Extra point try now for Crosby.
This is wild. This is seriously crazy. 59-14.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown.
They have 562 yards.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
59 to
This will
14.
make it into the end zone. And this will not
Oh.
be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
On first down, it's Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Ball carrier.
On the
Damn,
tackle that time,
strip ball aggressive.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready
It's really hard
for
to.
that run pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together.
Oh, jeez, I thought the running back was going to do a, like, plant his feet and cut back. And you know, it's sad.
To take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Loss on the play.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. So Mike 42, Mike 42. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
Just got to throw it towards somebody,
We do
man.
have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
3rd and 35.
Chucked it away. Flag comes down.
All right.
Move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 40.
Come on, coach, let us go for it.
A gain of 9.
There you go.
Not enough, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, let's try that. Get 6 try. I haven't tried that play yet.
Very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
I mean, Jones, you gotta just go deep, man. That play's not gonna cut it.
Tackle. Mike 42, Mike 42. Rodgers John.
Nice little pass block.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Here
Oh,
we
Jones
go
might have
on
single
fourth.
cover.
Stafford
Oh,
escapes the
and
sack. But he can't get away forever.
Tried to throw it.
Margus Hunt. And the Packers are going to get the football back in the
Oh,
position.
wow.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
It's weird. Like, I knew where I was trying to throw it on that second attempt, and it just didn't let me
So
throw it at
they'll
all.
come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm not gonna kneel, huh?
Rodgers with a give. It's
Why
Aaron
would they?
Jones.
Why am I taking 10 outs?
Calling a
Oops.
gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll go again to Jones.
Rodgers with the handoff to Aaron Jones.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
3 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not good.
Oh, why did I call 10 out? They're gonna kick a field goal.
They
That's
stopped it
stupid.
short. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
42-yard attempt.
Ooh, I must block
And
it.
the 13-year man puts it
Hey,
goal.
hit the 60 mark.
Good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Lions 14.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They could work on some Hail Mary plays.
At their own 23-yard Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard.
Could have used that catch earlier, Hawkinson, but
Coaching, playing the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to let that feeling.
oh my gosh, that was insane.
meet up with this team again.
Why did I give him that field goal at the end? That was just dumb. Knowing the Packers, though, I mean, I don't know, would they have taken a timeout? I should say the Madden Packers. I honestly don't know.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
They had 223 rushing yards.
So for Green Bay,
I don't know if we made them punt.
as they move to 2-0.
I don't think they punted a single time today.
For a date with the New Orleans
85%. This will be unreal. This is crazy. 569 yards offense.
Next week as
Wow.
they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
And momentum. This is what happens. So I won't be making any slider changes. This is the exact same sliders of the game we won 24-21. We were 1-10 on third down. They were 11-14. I mean, that right there tells you all you need to know. Also, rushing yards of 223 against tells you a lot. 2 turnovers, 1 was a complete insane interception. That was nuts. Penalty yards look good this time. Time of possession, just craziness. I don't even know what to even look at here. Well, they did put the backup in. Oh, that was the fake field goal. Because, you know, they had to do that and score a touchdown. So there's Jordan Love's first ever, I'm assuming his first ever pass. But Rodgers, 33. Yeah, that's crazy they never put in Jordan Love in this game. Okay, Madden AI. 85% completion. I don't even know if he sacked him. Maybe, yeah, I got a user sack. I knew Aaron Jones was going to give us trouble, but wow. $12 broken tackles. 12 broken tackles. That's like what a guy can get in like a season. Just absolutely obliterated us. He also had 9 catches for nearly 100 yards. We kept Devontae Adams a little bit in check. I mean, he only had 75 yards on 7 catches. God, unreal. Man, oh man. They had a lot of sacks that I kind of gave them 3, we had 5 sacks. We didn't have any in week 1. So go figure, right? We had no sacks against when we played Khalil Mack, and this week we get sacked 5 times, but just different game. Totally different game. Same sliders. Playing on the road, playing in some rain. Oh man, that was rough. That was rough. Rough game for Stafford, 149 yards, 68%. The first interception was like a hell of a catch. That corner just came out of there, just kind of a foot race, got to the ball. And then the second one was insane. It was just, I don't understand how he came up and intercepted a screen pass. And I had 3 linemen there to block him. He was right through him, intercepted it. It was just completely ridiculous. Neither running back did bad. We just didn't have the ball. We just did not have the ball. Kenny Golladay quietly still had a decent game. Touchdown, 4 catches, 60 yards. I mean, he's on his way to a Pro Bowl season at this point. Oh, what else? Hawkinson had that catch at the very end of the game. Thanks, dude. Only 1 drop. Blocking. Line had some trouble. The backup came in. Gave up 2 sacks. It's a rookie. We had just the user sack. A lot of tackles. Because our guys were on the field constantly. Did we even have any defended passes? Desmond Trufant, good job. That was a rough game, guys. Yeah, I mean, it'll be definitely something I look to try and return the favor. Let's see if they actually did punt. Nope. 0 punts for the Packers. As you game plan, you definitely want to make sure your opponents are punting the ball, at least sometimes. There's some free Sage football advice. So Jelani Tavai gets an upgrade. Kind of have to go field general here and hope that he becomes a better scheme fit. He's only normal development, but he's still young enough that that can actually matter. So I'm going to do that, but he bumps to a 72, so we're kind of chasing that number a little bit here, but eventually that will catch up. Awareness will help. Whew, man, that was pretty rough. Few weekly awards. I don't really know if I want to. Probably a lot of Packers. Oh, that was for week 1, right? Okay. Oh, dang. One new injury. That's our guard. So we had Ode Abuche go down just 2 weeks, so we'll have to figure out something there. But he's a 29-year-old, 63 overall, so you'd think we could get past it. So, hey, that was a rough game. I'm going to save the scouting, revealing the rookie class for episode 3. So I think we'll actually start episode 3 there. Taking a look at what this draft class has. The lines are 1-1, so it's always an interesting time to look at the draft class, but especially when your team's kind of in the middle, because what do? Are you going to start scouting heavily at the top? Are you going to scout, for the middle of the draft, or do you have faith in your team that they're going to bounce back and you're maybe drafting at the end of the first round? So there's a lot of strategy involved in that, and we'll talk about that in episode 3. So, but for now, I'm going to go lick my wounds and just tell you where to find the stuff that we used here. So again, the slider set, even though they probably didn't look pretty, but it still played a solid game. If we could stop the damn Packers, I'm not upset at how the game played, even when we had the momentum stacked against us. But anyway, you can find that slider set up on Operation Sports. That's up there. You can follow me on Twitter, MikeLowe47, and of course you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, which is super helpful. So I appreciate it, guys. If you like this video, even if you just like me getting my ass kicked, give it a thumbs up. It was fun. So anyway, I appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll see you for episode 3. Maybe tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow, including the actual Lions game. So we'll see, but I'll let you guys know. See you then.